We're here at the AI House at CES. I'm with Sandy Carter, and I'm so excited to hear more about Unstoppable, and also you wrote a book.
I did. Well, Unstoppable Domains is a company. We do an identity management platform, and what we do with that identity management platform is we leverage blockchain and AI to make the platform secure and to be able for you to have an identity that is online, just like you do like with a driver's license or a credit card, something like that. So it's really a powerful concept. I wrote a book called AI First, Human Always. And I'm really excited about that book because it's really written for everybody to know about what's really happening with AI today. There's like 400 references in it or case studies, so people are really doing it today. I did get a couple people as well to talk about what didn't work, like they started a project too big or they did something. So I always think that we celebrate what people do right, and then we never talk about what they did wrong so we can learn from it. And so I try to incorporate that into the book. So I'm super excited about it. You can pre-order it now. It's called AI First, Human Always.
I love that there's that human aspect of things, because so often we get sucked into the technology and we're talking about coding and we're talking about, and we end up talking a lot of the tech jargon that comes out. But for you, you're thinking human first.
Human first. And human, that the fact that there might be jobs that are different because of AI, but they're different jobs. It's not that we're going to eliminate all jobs, with I know a lot of people are talking about. And just seeing, people want a purpose, but they don't want to do all the drudgery. I mean, think about how many things in your life that are just not fun, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think we can use AI for a lot of those things. Like the other day, it's so funny, I just had to sort a list of 100 things and alphabetize it. And AI did it. It made some corrections. It's just something that makes your life easier as well. So there are so many use cases, I think, for people, but I also try to gear the book for small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and enterprise, because there are so many examples out there that are enterprise only, and a lot of small businesses and medium businesses feel left out. Like, what can I do? And how can I do it in a cost-effective way? That's easy because, I'm a baker, or I'm a dentist, or I'm a vet, and so I can't take the time to learn the technology, but I want to use it. Exactly. So that's what I tried to do with the book.
That's really wonderful too. Like you said, we need examples. We need to see where people have gone so that we know that there's a path forward, even if the path is a little bit different.
Yes.
So today, you've been on stage.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about what you were talking about, and also I know afterwards, so many people are coming up to you. They have questions. There's conversations going on. Give us some insight into this experience.
So the CES AI House was phenomenal. We were packed out. If you weren't here, you should have been here because the room was full. It was so much energy as well. My panel was on LLMs and Gen AI. And my panel really covered three things. What can you do today with those tools? What will you be able to do in the future, and how do you get started? So very practical advice. I had 4 amazing partners in that mission. So I had Hassan, who's the CEO of AI Explain, which is about being able to use AI for us, for non-technical folks, to code, which is super cool. I had Stephanie on there from Altair, and Altair has been doing AI since before AI was AI. They do digital twinning and simulation, very powerful examples. We also had Ying on as well from GMI, which is a new cloud solution that enables you to get to compute. And then we had Ray Wang on. If you don't know him, he's been on CNBC and Fox Business and Bloomberg. He's always updating on the tech updates. So the panel was powerhouse, and I think we really got a lot of feedback that the advice was practical, wasn't theory-based. We didn't do, high-level a case study like, this is for product, for experience. We really went down into how we did it. So I got really good feedback on the panel.
I love too that you're talking about how powerful it has been to be in this room. And this year at CES, AI is really taking center stage. But what do you think the future is going to be a year from now, even 5 years from now?
Well, it's interesting because I was walking around the the CES floor, felt like an AI floor because everything was AI. And the interesting thing for me is they had a section that was AI for your home, AI for your dishwasher. I saw a robot that was doing dishes, putting them away, learning where you like your dishes. AI for your health, AI for your car, AI for supply chain. So I'm thinking in the future, people will be like, why are you talking about AI? Like, of course, it's in everything that we do. And that's when you know an emerging tech has really made it, when you don't talk about that emerging tech anymore.
Right.
I don't know how long that's going to take, but I do feel like maybe over time that will happen. And then I do think that we're going to start having this be easier and easier and easier. So like what we talked about with AI Explain, where you're able to use AI and create a program, even if you're not a coder, even if you're not an engineer. I think we're going to see more of that, more AI for business users. Because really think about it, coders in the world, there's only about 5% of the population who are programmers. The other 95% of us don't code. But think about the power if we could code, right? And so I do think that that'll be a big trend in the future as well.
And so often with conversations, and I talk to parents and schools, and they talk about what does my child need to be learning right now, and coding has been such a big push
Focus.
focus, and to hear, hey, that skill set is going to evolve. So it's incredible to hear about also, like we were talking, the human aspect. It all comes back to the human. So coding, we're talking about how tech is made, but it's what you do with it.
Yes. And I think the other really big thing was ROI, ROI, ROI. We know that AI stole from budgets that have been around for a while because no one really planned that all this AI was going to be done. But when you steal from a budget, you still have to have a business outcome. You still have to have an ROI. And so it's really fascinating, I think, to see the new focus being around, okay, now I need a business outcome. In fact, in one of the studies we saw, the number one thing for successful projects, of which there were only about 17% in 2024, was that those folks didn't consider them an AI project. They considered it a business project where I used AI in the business project.
I see. Okay. See, that's, I think people need to take note of that as well.
Because time has come, the clock has changed now. We're all going to have to show the ROI for what we're doing. We can't just dabble in the tech anymore, even though I would love to do that. I love technology, but you've got to have that business outcome too.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, or maybe something I forgot to ask?
Well, I would also say that typically women approach emerging tech at a later stage. And in fact, if we look right now, there's only 15% women who are in data science with AI, who are doing AI research, who are really impacting AI. 15%.
Yeah.
That's far too low with the rate and pace of change that's occurring in the space. So I would invite everybody to jump into AI, but in particular women. I would just encourage you not to be afraid of it. Don't really be risk averse. Really jump in with both feet.
Great advice. Thank you so much, Sandy, for talking with us.